Hi guys, welcome. So I guess we're gonna do like a vlog and I'm gonna wash some stuff and I don't know, just chat a bit, I guess. 2020 Mercedes SLC 300, you've seen me wash it many times before. Today we're gonna be playing with Luminus Waterless Car Shampoo. So this is their waterless wash. It's got 4 stars out of 5 for detergency, 3 stars for hydrophobic, and 4 stars for gloss. I have used it a little bit off camera. I'm honestly, it's okay. I don't love it. I don't really like waterless washes though. I've talked about that before. Spray it on the panel, wipe dry with microfiber, collecting dirt in one direction, repeat if necessary. After that, polish surface with a dry microfiber. Do not use on heavily soiled surfaces for avoiding scratching. Do not let the product dry during. This one has a sprayer. It doesn't have a foamer, just a regular spray. And this is a ready-to-use product. So far I've actually enjoyed the Luminus line. It's worked very well. There's some things I don't necessarily understand, like I talked about Aurora Pro, for example, which is like a active foam. But then there's like, well, there's N pre-wash, which is basically the same but stronger. Like, why does this exist? So some of that stuff is confusing to me. All in all, the line is good. It performs well, and I've enjoyed it. Using a Pluffle. Rag Company doesn't make these anymore. It's one of their best towels, and they discontinued it. I've talked about waterless before. I like to do like this rolling motion where I'm actually like lifting up the dirt as I'm going and working through section by section. Get that edge there. Flip this over to the other side and you can see I've got like a V of dirt, it's kind of spread out. This is kind of spread out. So that's why I like doing that rolling motion. It kind of allows all of your dirt to be distributed on your towel. And it does make it so that you go through a fair amount of towels to do a wash like this. But anyway, I think that it is an effective way to do a wash like this on a car. Now, like I said before, I don't really love waterless washes. I think that there's probably a place for them. Something like a car show, something like a, I don't know, a situation where you have an emergency, like my car was parked in the parking lot, I came out and there's a giant pile of bird crap on it, or, you know, you're going through a drive-through and some careless worker hands you a cup that drips all over the side of your car, you know, things like that. But I think of a waterless wash more as like a product that I keep in my car for emergencies, rather than something that I actually use to wash my car on a regular basis, right? That's what it's for, in my opinion. But Luminus doesn't have a rinseless, so waterless is the only thing that we have as an option to try. So here we are. Now, I think that this one is working reasonably well. It does say don't let it dry on the car, and I'm seeing a little bit of the Y here on the front. So it's not quite dry, but it's getting a little bit streaky and difficult to remove. So get this off really quick and then do another panel. I do appreciate the warning that they give you about not using this on a really dirty car. I think that not everybody mentions that. My favorite kind of waterless right now would be a rinseless, which is Hero. Doing that at like 64:1. It's really not too bad, but you do end up with some kind of streaks left behind here, which I don't necessarily love. Now, it does say right on the instructions to go back over it with a dry microfiber, but I still have some of this. So you gotta go back over it really quick. We're gonna end up with a little bit of streaks, and I almost want to call it like a stickiness. So I don't know. This is one I don't really love. I'll just say that. Now, they do have a panel prep. That might actually help to remove some of the streaks and stickiness I'm talking about. Let's try this really quick. It smells like alcohol. It's yellow, which is strange. I usually think of a panel prep as like a blue liquid, but yellow works too, I suppose. Yeah, this seems effective, works well. I think that there are a number of panel preps that are that have really improved the user experience, right? So I'm thinking of like Detail Co. I'm thinking of Armor Detail Supply. I'm thinking of Clean Tool, where, you know, they have like a nice scent, a nice user experience, just a little bit elevated from what a standard panel prep is. You know, this feels very, we'll say kind of old school, right? Certainly not bad. So, yeah, that's my review of the waterless. Honestly, I don't love it. I've used other waterless that I like better. Maniac was better. It's just a little too streaky, dries quickly, even in like it's, you know, 70 and sunny here. I've got some streaks and stuff here that I can see on the hood at different angles. This one right here. I applied a lot, but I think that's what you want to do with a waterless because you need the liquid to help to lift the dirt and keep you from scratching the vehicle. You know, and let's actually, I have DIY Details waterless sitting right here. It's like an almost empty bottle. And for a long time, this is what I kept in my car. It just sat in there. Now this, great scent, immediately noticeable. Goes on, wipes right off. Give it a second here. Use it on glass. I'm not as worried about rolling the rag on glass because the glass is really not very easy to scratch. And I guess it's easier than you'd think, but it's still not something that we really have to worry about a lot. So, but yeah, like this is, the DIY is a far superior waterless product, and they don't even push their waterless really. They push rinseless for everything. And they have this waterless on their site. I've had it for a long time. And like I said, I mean, forever, this just kind of rolled around on the back floor of the green Mini over there. And I would use it if I had an issue. If something got spilled or I came out and there was something on the car that I didn't want to let sit. And this isn't the only one. I used to have Koshchemi All Round, I want to say, was the one I used to keep in my Honda, in the Passport. This does turn your rags blue. It comes out, but it does turn your rags blue, the DIY one. At least it doesn't, it's not like Streak City. It's a lot more forgiving. And then, like I said, it just has a better user experience overall. So I think Ivan did a little bit better job, Ivan and Nick, with their waterless. If you want a waterless, try using Hero 64-to-1. Try Maniac. DIY. Try other brands. I really don't like this one. I tried MNKYhead too, and I didn't really love that one either. That one leaves like a polymer behind, if I remember right, which I'm sure a lot of these do. You know, there is some hydrophobic and gloss, you know, that Luminus is saying they're delivering to you. So, other stuff going on. Yeah, I'm gonna work with somebody to try to enhance my SEO on my videos. Because interestingly enough, I'm an IT guy. I can build computers, I can do networking, I can do server work, lots of stuff. I'm good at that stuff. I'm good at network design, good at implementation and diagnostics. I am crappy at web and SEO. So I'm gonna work with somebody on some of that stuff and see what I can do to maybe drive a little bit more viewership to my channel. Not because I want to be famous, but because it'll allow me to do bigger and better things over time. I think my plan is always going to be to run the channel, maybe not at a loss, but I'm not looking to you know, retire from a YouTube channel or strike it rich, you know. But it would be nice if instead of funding detail supplies, the channel could fund you know, a car, a project, or something. So let me see this really quick. Yeah, so really this video was supposed to be the end of Luminus, but there's going to be one more. The N pre-wash, the Aurora Pro, those two products are the only ones that I haven't tested yet. They're over here. Some other stuff that'll be coming up in the future. I still have some pad washer guards left, so if you're looking for one of those, reach out to me. There's still some available. I want to say like 6, something like that. I don't know if I'm going to reorder them, honestly. It's just, you know, it's a lot of work, and I'm only making a couple bucks a piece on them. And, you know, I just ordered 20, and half of them are gone, and the other half I'm sitting on. So I don't want to have a big inventory here, and I don't want to deal with it forever. So we'll see. I don't know. Figure it out. Stay strong. I'm down to like 50 bottles of that left. So I'm going to keep giving that away here and there, but throwing it in with my secondhand detailing orders and stuff like that. I will be doing more secondhand detailing sales. There's a whole pile of stuff in my side room right now, so that'll go. I picked this up the other day, not really because I needed it, but because it was on sale. This is the 6-inch 21mm orbit Milwaukee. So I already had the 5-inch rotary, or 5/6-inch rotary, and the 5-inch 15mm DA. And then I have 3 Mercas, 3-inch rotary, 3-inch DA, and the 1-inch DA. So my local Ace Hardware has a table of Milwaukee refurbs. So this is technically a refurb, but it's like brand new. And honestly, in the past, I've always had good luck with refurbished gear. I've never really done it with Milwaukee, but like literally brand new. So that could be a variety of things. It could be something that went in because there was an issue. More likely, it's probably a return. Somebody got it, used it for a very short time, and then returned it. But like I said, it looks like new. And I paid 155 bucks for it. So, you know, they're normally like 250, 275, something like that. So I just couldn't pass that discount up. Like it's pretty significant. So now I have all 3 of the Milwaukees. My guess is they'll probably come out with some new ones right after I just got the last one and, you know, screw me all up. I am looking for, they have a little 8mm, it's like a handheld M12 5-inch. I'm gonna grab one of those as well. Ivan was using it in a video, and actually Becca has it, and some other people I've seen have it. So that's pretty interesting, but right now it's a new tool, so they're expensive. I want to say it's like $299 tool only, like $429 with a battery. But it looks interesting. It would just replace the SPTA one that I have over there. It's like my app polisher. Did the wash on that blue Subaru the other day. That was fun. I might try to do that again, grab another neighbor who's got a dirty car and just, you know, ask if I could wash it for free kind of thing. It was a good way for me to go through like a whole line really fast. So that's nice. The N pre-wash and the Aurora Snow Foam, I'll use those on my Mercedes tomorrow. It's been 3 weeks since I've washed that, so it's pretty dirty. And then, I don't know what line we're gonna do next. CarPro, InnovaCar, Nexen, one of those probably. I have a handful of Cleanful products. I'll probably go through those really quick, just because they're all brand new. But so far, like I said, I like the Luminus line. I think they've got some great cleaning products. I think that their glass cleaner is good. I think that their mint is good. Those are probably the two that like I would keep. Vampire and Blaze both work well. Also, actually, their tire cleaner is really good. But yeah, this is Cleanful Glass Cleaner 2. This works really well. So we'll do a separate video on those. I have to do a service on this, and I have to do a service on the Green Mini. Green Mini only has 3,500 miles. It needs its second service. It's been 2 years. It's sad. I need to drive that car more. So I have the oil sitting right next to the camera actually over there for this and for that. And I have filters for both of them. And I'm not gonna do air filters in that. I'll check them, make sure they're good, like that there aren't mice in it or anything like that. But I have traps around it and stuff, and I haven't noticed anything. So I think we're fine there. But this will get a new air filter, it'll get a new cabin air filter, it'll get a new oil filter, and it'll get fresh oil. That will get oil and an oil filter. And I'll check the brakes on this too and see where they're at. Obviously that car only has 3,000 miles on it, so everything is like new. I'm gonna be working on Kristi's garage. So there's a YouTube channel, Details and Me, Kristi Torres. I've been on her, she did a podcast for Thor. She lives like 3 hours away from me and has a bunch of, she's got a bunch of chemicals she wants to get rid of and some other stuff. But she has a Cox hose reel and a pressure washer hose, a 100-foot pressure washer hose, and I think it's the Cobra Jet, the original gray one. And she has a pressure washer shelf that are all at her house, and she hasn't had a chance to install them yet. So, and then the OG lights, not the Cree lights like I have, but the 4-bulb fixtures. So I think she's got 3 of those. So we're gonna go and we're going to install those and do a couple videos there. It'll be fun, and then I'll help her clean out her garage. I'm gonna try to help her sell off some of the secondhand detail, some of the chemicals she has on secondhand detailing. It's easy for me with like, I have the boxes and I have all the packing materials and I have the shipping account through ShipStation and some of that other stuff. I know it's really difficult for everybody when they're trying to get started off with that if they don't have like a setup shipping thing. But there's Shippo, there's Pirate Ship, there's ShipStation, and there's a couple others as well. And like, if you're going to the UPS store and you're saying, make me a label to send something to somebody, you are paying double what you need to pay. Like, it's significantly high. ShipStation costs 10 bucks a month and you can cancel it at any time. That's what I do. I don't ever cancel it because I'm always shipping stuff, but I'm paying like half price. And you can also compare prices against like USPS, UPS, and FedEx, and you can see, all 3 of them together, so like which one's a better deal. And to certain places, UPS might be cheaper than FedEx, or FedEx might be cheaper than UPS. And you can do international. It does the customs form for you and stuff like that. I'm not sponsored by any of these things. It's just like, that's what I do. Got this the other day. This came in for me to test. This was sent to me for testing. It's a V-Diag tool, and it's an electronic test kit. So it's got a like a computer safe circuit tester, and then it's just really nice kit, well done. I haven't played around with it yet, but we'll see how it works. So that'll be an upcoming video. I also found a place where you can get manuals for your cars, like service manuals online. So I'll show you that. That'll be an upcoming video. I'm gonna start chasing hoses. So I've got a 100-foot, it's actually the OG blue hose. So Obsessed Garage has a blue hose that they make. I think it's Gates is the hose. It's unlabeled. And it's a single wire hose, what they call it. So it's a braided wire, but there's only one. Some of the others have 2. There'll be a braided wire, then a rubber, then a braided wire. So it's just more flexible that way. But I have a 3/8 hose, and I think that I can go to a 1/4 inch, but I can definitely go to a 5/16. I'm not interested in the quiver hose because it's a Uberflex, and I really don't like Uberflex hoses. I also don't like Flexzilla hoses. I know I have one over there. I don't like it. So I want to stay with a single wire hose. So I'm trying to find probably Continental Neptune. I found a company that'll make one for me. So I'm playing around with that. And then Adamo actually got one as well, I think, from Can Pump, 5/16. So he's gonna let me know what he thinks of that. I don't know, I'm trying to think what else I've got going on. There's always a bunch of stuff. SEMA's coming up fast. We're already, we're like a week away from August. So SEMA is the first week in November. That's like the 4th through the 7th. So I'll be at SEMA. If you're gonna be at SEMA, let me know. Be cool to see some people there, get some faces behind some of the names and people that are in the comments. I had these sent to me the other day. They're the Sponge Guru sponges. So Eddie sent me a couple of them to mess around with, and there's some here that are for Adamo too. I have to forward them to him. So I always kind of have a box of stuff for him sitting over there because he's in Canada and can't get a lot of this crap. These look interesting. I don't know that their durability is going to be high, I think is the way to say it. Like, they feel to me like I'm gonna ruin them. I don't know, we'll see. See how they are, see how they work. So there's a couple different sizes. I have one of some and doubles of others. So I'll probably send these ones to Adamo and I'll keep these 4 for myself or something like that. Yeah, so I think that's all for today. Thank you for watching, thanks for stopping by. I will do another vlog next, well, I probably won't do another vlog next week. So today's Saturday, the Luminus exterior video is coming out today at 5. So this video will come out on Sunday, tomorrow. And then I have a Luminus interior video that I still have to edit. So that'll be like probably Monday or Tuesday of next week. So I don't know if there'll be a vlog next week. I mean, there'll definitely be 2 videos on Kristi's garage at least. One on the lights and one on the pressure washer installation. Oh, I have a company sending me a DI system to test out too. Vevor makes a DI system. I have the Vevor, the airbag inflator thing. So we'll play around with that too and see how it is. It looks like a CR Spotless. Looks like it's inspired by the CR Spotless or similar to the CR Spotless, but at a much less price. So we'll see how it works. But anyway, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.